Good now.
Jamming.
All right. It's another day. It's another Your Daily Scrum. It's a show where Todd Miller and Ryan Ripley, two professional Scrum trainers with Scrum.org, get together, share a little Scrum knowledge with the hopes that you get a little better each and every day. And actually, we get better each and every day. Gives us a chance to explore some topics too, just a little bit. Hey, but by the end of a year, Todd, which we're almost to, it's almost been a year of Your Daily Scrum.
Can't believe it.
I hope a lot of people have gotten a lot better.
I hope so too. Yeah.
I
have to admit, some of these episodes like walk me down they make me think about scenarios that I've been in. I don't know if you're like that too. It takes me back, and for some reason it just pull you back to a certain time. I think this topic has me just like thinking in a moment, a moment you haven't like thought about forever.
Yeah. So how does a stakeholder show up to sprint review?
Mm-hmm.
This is a big topic. It's one that I don't think enough Scrum Masters spend time actually working with stakeholders on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you know, Scrum Masters, that you should actually work with the stakeholders on how they can best show up to sprint review?
Or what the purpose of a sprint review is? Yeah. Dare I say, Ryan?
Dare on, Todd.
Yeah. You know what? This makes me another thing I just said of. You were just in a sprint review as a stakeholder.
I was.
You were. How'd you show up?
So what was interesting was I guess the Scrum Master-ish role for that sprint review sent out a lot of materials. There was a mural to review. There was a very lengthy email, a PDF. And so I'm just old enough to where I print things out and highlight and write on the paper.
Of course.
And so of course. And so I actually got all the materials. I just sat down and very, thoroughly went through it, wrote down a lot of questions, wrote down some things that weren't clear, so that when we got into the actual sprint review that I could ask questions, share concerns. I wanted to show up as an engaged stakeholder, not just someone sitting back going, present to me. That's not helpful. Yeah. Like I see stakeholders almost as like an advisory board.
Yeah.
Right. We're there to take a look at what's going on, to give some input, to explain how, the proposed, this particular sprint review talked about what had been completed, what was being worked on, but also some future ideas that were going to be looked at. My job is to be engaged enough to say, here's 3 concerns I have about this idea. Here's 3 benefits I see. How can I contribute this next sprint if needed as an advisor? And that's the way I want to show up in this engaged position. That means I have to be knowledgeable, so I have to be prepared, but I also have to be ready to assist on things that I've pointed out. But it's just that fully present, engaged, and prepared. And I think that's never content.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's something that I had to learn early on in my career as being a stakeholder, which I've been quite a few times. I'm not content. I want to make sure that we're pushing for the next thing that's possible, not necessarily dates and for overtime. I'm not pushing irresponsibly, but I'm pushing the teams to think about what's the next most responsible thing to do, what's the next most valuable thing to do, and how I can be a great partner in helping them reach that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the same things, and I start to think of some ideas to toss out there, right? As a stakeholder heading into a sprint review, be inquisitive, not judgmental.
Yeah.
Right. Be prepared to be attentive and active and collaborate. Right. This isn't a passive meeting, whereas hopefully it's not. Right. If it's PowerPoint and people are presenting it to you, that needs to change.
Sucks.
Scrum Master, that's
show me great things.
Yeah.
Scrum team.
And I will stand here. I will sit with my laptop doing emails.
Yes.
You show me stuff, and then later on I'll say I never heard it before. Right. So yeah. I think be prepared to actively collaborate. Don't just be prepared, as you were saying, to sit in the back with your arms crossed. This meeting is with you, not for you. Right. It's with you, not for you. And so anybody that's a Scrum Master, take this to heart. We need to get those stakeholders to understand what it is and how they can be with us. We need facilitation techniques that gets it from being a single direction communication platform rather than a multi-direction. Everybody's collaborating with all kinds of ideas and deciding what to do next. So those are just some things that I was thinking of, and I've actually thought back to times where I was a stakeholder and I was just like, meh, they're not going to listen to what I have to say anyway. I don't think I'm going to say anything. I think, Clash of Clans seems pretty good right now, right? Like, I think I'll do that. That was
this episode brought to you by Clash of Clans. Join in and form your own clan and conquer the world.
Yeah, and Todd's
just
gamer tag is. I'm not going to tell that. I'll get 1,000 Xbox guest invites.
But yeah, I think the idea here is fully engaged, right? You are not a passive participant as a stakeholder, and Scrum Masters, you need to help our stakeholders understand that. They need some education, some understanding of the review and what their role actually is. And I think if we can do that, we get a much more productive event. It's a collaborative working session. And ideally, we get their input so that as we update our product backlog towards the end of this event, we go into the next sprint with the latest and greatest information, hopefully fully aligned to the market and the customer needs, and we're on track to build the right thing at the right time for the right person. But if we don't have full stakeholder engagement, that becomes exponentially more difficult.
So go do it right now.
All right.
That's funny.
Okay, Todd. Well, everyone's now terrified. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you never miss a video. Leave us your comments below. How do you engage with stakeholders? We'd love to know. This is a huge topic, and all of you out there can help. So leave your comments, leave your questions. Your questions turn into videos. And hey, we might even talk about them on social media. Check out Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Still haven't figured out the gram yet. We're working on it. Some videos are going to pop up. Check those out as well. Some past episodes of Your Daily Scrum could be just what the Scrum Master ordered. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. Go forward, do some good things, engage with your stakeholders, turn them into engaged participants. And some really awesome things could happen in your sprint review. Let us know how it goes. We'll see you next time.